So obviously we had a lot of change happen this summer. You know, we switched gyms and we had to figure out, you know, work out the kinks and figure all of that out. And this is probably one of the more ambitious off seasons we've had. You know, we had a couple of kids jump, you know, a level and a half to 2 levels at a pretty young age. So it's pretty ambitious and we're seeing what we can do. So this season's going to be an interesting one. You know, we did a lot of good work. We did a lot of pretty strong training, a lot of strength to get everybody ready, but you never know what's going to happen until you get on the floor and then, you know, go for your first routine of the season. You know, level 4 is always a tricky one. You know, obviously they're really young. They've never been in front of a judge before. It's kind of intimidating, their first meet. So looking at their first meet, we're just kind of getting used to things. We're getting the jitters out. We're getting all of their nervous energy out. You know, the goal is obviously to perform well and get some podium finish and stuff like that, but ultimately it's just getting them used to this stuff. And so my hopes for the first is, you know, we hit 6 for 6. We do pretty good. We put on a good show. We're pretty known for that, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Levels 5 and 6 is going to be actually one of the more exciting levels I have to watch this time. Our level 5s are looking really, really good. We're looking really strong coming into the season. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. We're looking really clean. You know, we've been judging routines for the last couple of weeks, and we're staying pretty clean, less than a point in deductions right now. So we're just hoping that sticks in. We can actually show a pretty strong front, because level 5 is actually one of the levels that we've struggled with in the past couple of years. Level 6 will be an interesting one because my level 6s are actually just jumping in for level 4, so they actually skipped a level and they went from basic gymnastics to actually some pretty real gymnastics. So it'll be interesting to see how they perform and if they're ready for it. So our 9s and 10s, this is kind of our warm-up meet. We don't really expect to be 100%, obviously. We don't expect to be looking totally perfect. This is our first time to get in front of a judge and say, hey, this is working, this isn't working, take this out, tweak this, and then we'll go back home with those, we'll take our notes, we'll come back, and then we have 2 months to prep for our first true meet of the season, and then that's when we're looking to be in gear. You know, optional gymnastics is hard, it's tough on the body, it takes a lot of prehab, it takes a lot of making sure you're doing the proper reps, you're taking quality reps so you're not breaking yourself down too early. You know, because gymnastics is a sport where it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And if we try and peak too early, you know, we can come down to when it needs to it, we're a little bit rough, we're a little bit burned out. So, you know, 9s and 10s, it's a tricky one to keep them in a spot constantly progressing until they peak at state and regionals, because obviously we want to look our best towards state and regionals, not the first meet of the season. Our JDs, you know, they're always our fun group. They're the ones that are, you know, just having a really good time. It's really fun to work with them. You never know exactly what you're going to get out of a JD or a JD competition. And so I don't know what we're going to be looking at. You know, we're looking really good. We're looking clean and strong. But until we get into the season, you never exactly know what's going to happen in the JDs.